I've been called coon.
Oreo.
Shirumbu, which means white person.
Half-breed.
Wannabe.
Zebra?
Nigger.
Wigger.
Oh, can you rap?
Half-caste, right?
Monkey.
Oh, you're probably good in bed.
Mulatto.
My dad used to call me Mowgli. Does that count?
Like, okay, race, like what is, so you have black, white, and in South Africa you have colored. So people like me and you, we would like being classified as colored if we would grew up there. So I think that I filled in colored, but I mean, I've lived in South Africa, and the colored community, I'm not colored. Like they have their own culture with their own beliefs and their own values. When I'm in Uganda, for example, I'm white as fuck, man. White as fuck, Muzungu. You know? And then when I'm in the States, it's like, hey, my man, this is a black brother from, you know? And here in Europe as well, I was black always. I was always the black kid. I remember we were sitting in the halftime during a match, and the coach was making the way we were playing with little cups, white cups. So we play left, and then we have the striker here, and then you go here, and then he was like very busy, and then somebody was like, so we're in the football game, like everybody's focused, halftime. So somebody asked the question, sorry, but I don't understand, so where's Emil in this positioning? Where is he? And then he thought he was funny, and he made a joke, and he's like, oh, Emil, now then I have to shit in this one. That's Emil. You can't see me as a soccer player, but you see me as a fucking cup with shit? That's yeah, it's so fucking horrible that just like, no, seriously, man, it happened. I wanted to quit. I actually quit the team because of one single comment, one joke. Ha ha, funny.
I was always like, yeah, I'm different because that's how everyone saw me. I was different. My hair was different. I looked different. The lunch that my mom made was different. The way I dressed was different. And so I was also, yeah, this is not me. I'm not Dutch. I'm not white. So when I moved to Suriname, all of a sudden I was the girl from Holland. And that was a mindfuck. And it hurted a bit, to be honest. You always have this idea in your mind of, yeah, I'm going home and this is where I belong. And then you're getting there and no one really accepts you. Yeah, it was weird.
All of these questions create kind of a friction in a child's brain, because then you start thinking, well, do I feel more white, or do I feel more black, or do I feel more Namibian, or do I feel more Dutch or more Belgian? And all of these things kind of create this whole process of you going to look for answers.
So then one night we got pulled over by the cops, and we get cuffed and put against the wall. And the guy was like, what's your name? I was like, I tell him my name. And he's like, you got these aliases. And I was like, thinking I was funny. I said, yeah, I'm Mulatto Maples. He turned me around, slammed me against the wall, a black cop. What the F you say? I was like, yeah. I heard he's like, don't you ever say that again. I stopped saying that day because I had no idea. Black cop, you understand how embarrassed I am even telling you this right now? You know what I mean? But it's important. But that was embarrassing. Now that I think about it, thank God to that cop for telling me this and allowing me to do my own research.
It's painful when your history is not told. Something is missing. You learn all this history, all this European history, all this American history. You learn so many things about so many places. But as a person of color, that is not the case. You're not told who the biggest warriors were, the kings and queens, the academics, the people that, created the pyramids, all of the roots, the sources of knowledge coming from the African continent, coming from people of color, all the civilizations, all the musical cultures, all the rebels, all the people that fought against imperialism and oppression. You don't hear about this because the true history is not told, because you're not told how great we actually are.
Because I identify as being black, sometimes you forget that your white part is a big influence in who you are as well. It becomes like overshadowed in a way because the narrative is always me experiencing life as a black woman. But sitting with my Dutch family, I can see, I can tell, I can feel that I am part of them.
So initially, I didn't think about it when I was a kid at all. I was just like, you know, it's, my dad's white. He plays basketball with a bunch of black folks. Maybe he could be black, just hella light skin, you know? And then my mom's brown, black, whatever, but Panamanian, Alabama, like we all mixed up. There's these kind of Caribbean ways of eating, and then you all of a sudden you have Thanksgiving. Then like you kind of start seeing the differences where like your white side of the family don't be putting no spices in nothing. and then like you have like a Caribbean Thanksgiving. So like these little small things make you kind of understand it, but I mean, I didn't really think about it too much until middle school. That's when the real thing started. Like you got to choose your squad.
I always went to the R&B parties where I would go all out, but I really wanted to master the music and the way they dance. Like I went in on Surinamese music. I really wanted to dance the way it was supposed to be. So I practiced and I practiced, like watching the Sean Paul videos. I was like maybe 14, 15 years old when Sean Paul had his first hits here. I rewatched every video all over, like calling the box and asking, like requesting the dancehall videos. So I wouldn't make a fool out of myself and be the mixed race, light-skinned girl that couldn't dance, you know? So I still benefit from it though. And I think that was a way of me connecting with my blackness.
I thought each of them things was cool. Like skateboarding and basketball was equally cool to me. But you really couldn't because people didn't have that breadth of exposure. I know what my community is with like the hip hop and this and that. I just didn't understand that I didn't have to change my personality and I could just be whoever I wanted.
Don't let them define you. Don't let them like, oh yeah, they're calling me white, so now I am white, or oh, they're calling me black, so not. No. But it's all concepts that are created by us, by people. And I really don't like to put myself in those classified boxes that other people made. I really don't like it. Like, I am black, or I am, like, I identify with black culture. That's something different.
People always asking, waar kom je vandaan? Where are you from? So then that makes you think, well, okay. For me, it was clear, like, I came from Namibia. Like, we took the plane and then we came here, so that's where I come from. But at the same time, I have my dad and my dad's family that is Belgian. And I spent so many years in the Netherlands, so I'm from here too, but I would never be approached as a Belgian or as a Dutch person. Just like everything on earth is just energy. And I came out in this body, with this hair, with this color, because that's, you know, how the pool of genes decided it. But I could have come out blue-eyed, I could have come out much darker, I could have come out with, you know, straight hair. It's just, nature decides the way we look. And I mean, it's just all stupid. Yeah.
Layers upon layers of what being biracial is. It's basically being the most hood black dude ever and the most square white guy all in one person, I guess. Maybe not.
Always ask questions. People will tell you life is this or that, it has to be this or that, but always wonder, like, is that really true? And do I feel that way? And don't ever forget the way you feel about something, because that's the most important compass you have. Your intuition is everything.
Live your life, do whatever the fuck you want to do, and don't hold back for anyone or anything.
Everywhere you go, people will see you different, and that's not you, the way people see you. You are what you believe, what's inside of you, you know? And not what other people are thinking of you or how they see you. If you can put that concept away, then you're free, man. Then you live a free life, and that's nice. I can recommend it.
When my father was asked somewhere in the 80s why he, as an African man, was having a child with a white woman, he answered, "We are creating the children of the future."